Yo, what it is, KD. You all tuned in with Behind the Fence with KD. Hey, we're gonna get into a hot topic today. That is, we're gonna go over expectations. Expectations is a big thing. I think it is a crucial thing for this moment, this present moment that we are in. Expectations is everything. Right now, you know what I'm saying? We are looking at a 4-9 record. And you know what I mean? We just gotta get things worked out. You know what I mean? So this we're gonna speak on some things that me, what I'm saying, what I see from my side, expectations of what what I'm saying, I feel that will work. What I'm saying, as far as taking your player to the next level. Now, expectations is everything. You know what I'm saying. I've been playing this travel baseball thing for about 4 or 5 years. My son been playing baseball for about 8 years. So you know what I'm saying. I'm real familiar with it. Real familiar with the with the ins and outs of it. But I will say that it is a lot of expectations that need to be set and a lot of expectations that need to be made in order to be able to have a successful player. Now, uh, the thing about building a good team or a good travel team, it comes with it comes with a lot. It comes with parent participation. It comes with coach participation, and it just comes with everybody being on the same game plan. And it's hard to do that when you got 13 kids plus their parents and the coaches all coming together on the same plan. So it's always a stressful year for the coaches. And I'm not a coach. I'm not a coach, but I always been under the coaches' wings, and I've been around a lot of coaches, so I do know the growth and pains that comes with being a coach. Uh, to say the least, though, expectations have to be made or have to be set and have to be made in order to be successful. I know that parents like myself get into that moment where if our kid ain't doing too hot, you know what I'm saying, we tend to put that fault on the coaches. But you know what I'm saying, as getting advice growing up, well not growing up, let me say this, getting advice, coming along the way through the journey of the travel baseball thing, you know what I'm saying, I learned to, what I'm saying, understand that, what I'm saying, your child will, what I'm saying, they play will get them to where they want to be and where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? And then once you lean on that or whatever, then you know what I'm saying, you'll be straight. You know what I mean? So just allow your kid or whatever to be able to want to play freely or whatever to be able to achieve their goals. But you know what I'm saying? Just not be on them. You know what I mean? But two, off season. Now, the expectations that you have set for them, that has to start in the off season. It don't start when the season kicks off and you doing all this and the third. It starts in the off season. You know why the off season? Because now you know all the flaws that you had. You know what I'm saying? Even if you was the top go getter, the flaws that you had, that's what you need to be working on in the off season. So now or whatever, your expectations is your flaws from last season, they need to now be your strengths this season. That's the expectation. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna set this expectation, and you know what I'm saying, and that we're gonna meet that. So I think that the off season is crucial. Now, let's say that you the team decide to take the off season off. We don't do no fall ball. That's not a relaxed season. You know what I mean? It's not a relaxed time. Um, Especially being a travel ball player. Being a travel ball player, you have to understand that uh, you you can't put it down. You know what I mean? And that's any sport. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna leave it with travel ball. I mean, you have if you're playing basketball, if you're playing football, baseball, tennis, whatever the case is, you need to always be making sure that you putting time in on your craft so that once it's time to play it, you are prepared. If you the type of kid that want to do a million uh things, that's great. But you got to be working on a million things so that when it's time to do that, you'll be prepared for it. I'm not a big fan of coming in. or whatever, because what I'm saying, you've been working on this on the off season. Now you coming in, what I'm saying, on a different sport, all out of whack. You know what I mean? Now you gotta start from the bottom and work your way up. And that's not always good, especially for a travel team that is playing in competition mode and really needs you to be that player that you was last year. That you will find, but right now, what I'm saying, you have to take a dive and try to find that. So off season work, that is definitely an expectation that has to be made in order to be able to grow. You know what I mean? I do think that, uh, us as parents, whatever, we tend to get lax. You know what I mean? We tend to get lax for or whatever. Like when it's break time, we use that for our break time. But I had to learn to get out of that. You know what I mean? Like on everything, I had to learn that that right there or whatever isn't the mindset that I need my son to have. You know what I mean? On the off season, that's work time. You know what I mean? Because what I'm saying, you got to always improve your craft. You got to always try to get better, get better, get better, get better. I don't care how good you is, you're always working on getting better. And that's something that Kobe always used to go around saying. So, you always got to work on getting better and better and better or whatever. So, what I'm saying, the expectations of being better than you was last year, that got to be at the top of your priority coming into the season or whatever. So if you look at anything like last year or even lower than last year, which is definitely a no, then you know that you're moving backwards. Either you didn't set expectations or you're not meeting those expectations, and that definitely had to change. Um, and then the expectations on the coaches. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to place those expectations on the coaches to be able to make the right plays, be able to make the right pulls. Don't do anything about off favoritisms or off of emotions. Now, this is something that what I mean. I know that a lot of people tend to say that, but I think we use that word loosely. You know what I'm saying? We use that word very loosely about favoritisms and things of that sort because what I mean, it's a lot of things that's done or whatever. If it's not done to your child or whatever, or the favorite player that we speaking on or whatever, then it's okay. But when it's done to your favorite player, then it's an issue. Now I'm gonna speak for my instance. Okay, like 2 years ago, I think that was one of DJ's worst years as a youth baseball player, and he had a good year that year. So it's kind of me crazy saying that, but the reason why I'm gonna say that before I get into that is because he started off hot. Like the first two tournaments, we were rocking and rolling. Then he started getting into this real big slump, hitting everything into outs. Getting strikeouts on balls that I know he could put into play. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So, and then he started getting it back in towards the end of the season. So I think that year he ended with like a 230 at batting average or whatnot. But that was his lowest year. That year he had to he had to ride the bench that year. That year he was a designated hitter. Like he had a lot of his emotions take over him. It was games where he'll be mad about a strike that was called that he felt like it shouldn't have been, and I give it to him that he got a good eye for the base, but I do think that at that moment he wasn't who he is now or whatever with going to get the ball. And that's my thing. You know what I mean? That's something I always told him. But we had that moment. We had that moment where he was just, what I'm saying, really, really want to be umpire and a batter at the same time. And he got a great eye for the bag. His on base percentage is very high. So, I do give it to him. But come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to play ball here. But you know what I mean. He rode the bench that year. You know what I mean. I never said nothing to coaching or anything about it. Because it wasn't an issue to me. Now y'all be like, oh, it's crazy, man. It's or whatever. What you mean? It's not an issue. For one, DJ not bigger than the program. I never looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it honest with you. My boy got to you get what you work for, and we the type of family. I'm definitely the type of dad that I'm saying, I'm not gonna hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna hold your hand. My boy gonna be able to get it whatever when he holding it up and holding wins up and holding you know what I'm saying, championships and accomplishments and things like that. Just know he earned it. You know what I mean? I don't walk him through it. I don't baby him. I don't do none of my kids like that. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't done like that. So I had to learn to grow very fast. Now I do have a great father in my life that have taught me what I'm saying, how to be a good man. You know what I'm saying? Although I had a troubling background, not listening to him, and I had an awesome mother. So we'll say that. You know what I mean? But I did have a terrible background that I choose to take that I shouldn't have took, but I did. Although, what I'm saying, I worked my way out there to get DJ, to get my son and my other kids to have a better lifestyle than what I had. But, you know what I mean, I had expectations on him or whatever. And those expectations had to be made. So that year we were striking like I said, we were striking out. We was missing pop flies that I know you could have caught, but you didn't. You know what I mean? We had a lot of brain freezes, and they put him on the bench. So that's why when you ask why you didn't get mad or what, oh, this, that, or whatever, like, and then when me and Coach had a little conversation about some things that we could have did or whatnot. This past off season, he came up and said, "Man, so you should have just talked to me." But so I'm the thing that it really don't bother me. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me, because DJ isn't bigger than the program. Now, my thing is, like I tell DJ, you got to go out there and you have to work. You know what I mean? And you have to make it to the point where it's hard to put you there. It's hard. You got to outwork. You know what I mean? And then because that's life. You know what I mean? That's life. You got to outwork. You know what I mean? And any level of sports that you play, you always gonna be outworking for a spot. Any job that you do, you're gonna always be outworking for a spot. Or any organization, anything, everything that comes with a structure, about levels of to it, you have to outwork for a spot. You know what I mean? And if it's given to you or whatever, then everything easy ain't worth having. But what I mean, you have to work for that spot. So what I'm saying, I'm never afraid of the competition, and I think that that's something that a lot of dads these days, they typically generally like to run from, is the competition inside of their home. You know what I mean? And that's what make us better. You know what I mean? Iron sharper iron. And when you have that philosophy, that's what make a team great, or whatnot. But you definitely have to push yourself. You know what I mean? You definitely have to have that mentality that you want to be better than you were last year. And the only way to do that is to work on them things on the off season, because you don't have games or practices in your way, to be able to not have to work on those things. So now you have that opportunity to work on those things. So just the expectations, then the coaching decision. You want to have you want the coaches to be able to have the decision making. That they're going to put everybody in the right positions. You know what I mean? Another thing that I had a disagreement about was, what I'm saying, DJ what I'm saying, with his playing time on the positions that he does on the field. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. And the hitting order. You know what I mean? Because it was brought to my attention, that, what I mean, or whatever. It could be, what I'm saying, about lead off. You know what I'm saying? Because, DJ always been a lead off. Now, don't get me wrong, I love DJ as a lead off, and I think DJ's a great lead off. He been doing it for years, and he been holding it down for years. It's a very hard spot, you know what I mean? We had a lot of people in it. A lot of people, did okay. A lot of people did great. A lot of people failed. But he, what I'm saying, he always did what he's supposed to do. So, what I'm saying, I don't mind that. You know what I mean? I think that's a great thing for him. But what I'm saying, I think that he can hit anywhere. You know what I mean? Anywhere in the lineup. What I'm saying, he could be, he effective at. anywhere on the field. I ain't gonna say anywhere because you put him at catcher. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. The kid's a baller. You know what I'm saying? The thing about beast mode is that they do have athletic guys. Now, I was speaking with a couple of my homies that play for different organizations, and what they don't know is that we do have athletic guys. You know what I mean? We have about at least 9 guys that is athletic on this roster, or whatever. And then the other guys, they just baseball players. So it's just not like the, you know what I mean? They just baseball players. But we do have a set team of great guys, or whatnot. You know what I mean? Now, I know that a lot of my young guys on the team have been watching in on the show. I do hope to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I got the coaches, I got my family, I got a lot of my homies tune in on the show. But I'm gonna give my young beast mode players all expectation that I need to be met this season, and that is to come in with every game with confidence. I expect every confidence every game confidence because I'm telling y'all, you know what I mean. Like these guys right here are some dangerous guys. You know what I mean. And when we put that expectation out, or when they come with the confidence that they know they could do what they capable of doing, it is dangerous. You know what I mean. It is a very dangerous situation, but you know, what I mean, we just got to get there right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just I just don't see the confidence. I don't see any build up after on the off season. I see that right now. We just have the coaches are having to build up the players or whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? These guys are capable of getting there, and I do think that they will get there. Um, it's just a matter of time, you know what I'm saying? But we are going to continue to follow the journey while we, you know what I'm saying, get to that point or whatnot. But I am going to give my boys that expectation. I hope that it can be made, you know what I'm saying, in a timely fashion because, you know what I mean, right now, you know what I'm saying, the boys got to get with it, you know what I'm saying, and understand that, you know what I mean, as you get older, it definitely get more serious as far as the competition, the people that's looking at you, and you don't want to, you know what I mean, like, you have a beast mode on the front of your jersey, but on the back of your jersey, you know what I'm saying? It's a different team that you represent. You know what I mean? It's a different team that you represent. So you got to understand that you got to come in with a different type of dignity. Now, you know what I'm saying? If you know that what you're capable of doing, don't change it up. Don't start doing whatever because you in the moment and you just feel like it's right or you feel like you know what I mean it's better. Just do what you capable. Do what you trained to do. You know what I mean, and then you'll come out where you need to be at. Um, but you know what I'm saying, just leaving it on that. You know what I mean, as we continue to build and grow, you know what I mean, we're gonna go through a lot of ups, a lot of downs. You know what I mean. It's a lot. It's a lot right now that the coaches are working with. But you know what I'm saying, I do think that them boys gonna make that leap turn, and we're gonna show y'all greatness moving forward and moving out. But you know what I'm saying, understand that we just can't put it all on the coaches, man. You know what I'm saying? We all a team, man. We all work together, man. You know what I'm saying? One player, one coach can't get it done. You know what I mean? To win games and to win at a high level and to win at a great rate, man, we all got to come together like a unit in order to be able to get it done. You know what I mean? And we're gonna get locked in. You know what I mean? Uh, at every angle. You know what I mean? But continue to work, continue to understand that your kid has the flaws, and when you understand your kid has flaws and be able to work those flaws out and not look at it as my kid is garbage or whatever, because that's not the case. You know what I mean? Great kids go through struggles, and you have to understand and recognize those struggles. Instead of beating them down about it, just work it out. Y'all get in there and work it out together. You know what I mean? Even if you got to go back to the drawing board or go back to point A or drill B, drill that y'all used to do at a T-ball level, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay to reconnect and go back over those fundamentals or to get back down to that ultimate status that you was currently at. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that here. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? I'm not. not gonna continue to talk it off, but expectations is everything. You know what I'm saying? We got a game tomorrow, which will be Friday. That is our first Friday game. So I'm gonna be out there. I hope I can make it out there in time. I'm gonna try to have it recorded. I'm not sure we got a game Saturday or Sunday or not, but I will keep y'all in tune. You know what I'm saying? We will get up on here and we will be posting it up for the following day, so y'all will get to hear me talk about it. I will go over the highlights, things of that nature. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna do it nice and saucy here. I am checking out. This is Behind the Fence with your boy KD. I'm signing out and I'm out. Let's get it.